Yeah, it's been good. Good effort by everybody and get their legs under them and continue to try and get better every day and get ready for a couple exhibition games later this week.
What do you expect out of McNeil this year when he's got a year under his belt?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Neeler finished off real strong. I thought he was reliable for us last year, both offensively and defensively, and just to, come in with confidence, knowing that he can be an impact player in this league and use his strength and his body and go to the net hard, continue to play solid defense, and, block shots like he did last year, and I think hopefully he can just get better every day.
You talked a lot last year when Sweber was out of the lineup, the impact he had not being there. How important is he to this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see Vic healthy again, and he played in London with us and had 3 games to get rid of the cobwebs, if you will. And now he's been skating for over 2 weeks now. And yeah, last year we did miss him for sure. And when you look at the stats and our win losses when he wasn't in the lineup, so hopefully he can get off to a good start and help us out for sure.
What is it that he does that can impact the games?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, he takes up a lot of space. He's got a good stick. He's probably intimidating for other teams that don't know him, and they look at his size and his reach. And obviously, you're going to have to battle hard in front of the net when he's around, and that's one thing that we want him to do is play to his size and be a hard, tough player to play against.
You have a lot of size on this team. It looks like a basketball team almost out there. It's the biggest team you've ever had?
Yeah, right now, I mean, we have traditionally been probably a smaller size team when you stack up against other rosters. We still have some forwards that are small and quick, but it depends who we end up sticking with and who makes the team and who's on our roster. Size helps for sure, but size has to be able to move quick, and it's such a fast game now, so speed's really dangerous as well.
What about John's impressed you last year?
He's just an overall great kid. He's a mature kid. He's physically mature. Emotionally mature when you talk to him. You just can tell. He plays hard. He plays strong. He finishes checks, and then he's also, he's got a good shot. So we just have to make sure he's playing well defensively, using his stick properly, being in the right position, and not being, I guess more or less letting the puck do the work and not trying to make those end-to-end rushes that he maybe could do in college.
How do you assess Alex Broderick's first year and what do you expect to move on this year?
I'd say Alex had a good year. I think, I've told people before, I see a lot of Brandon Peary in Alex. Came in young. A lot of skill offensively. Has to learn the game without the puck a little bit more for sure, and has to learn how to compete every single shift, not a period here, a period there. Because when he really puts his nose to the grindstone and works hard and skates hard, he's very effective. So I think it's consistency in that area.
This first preseason game, are you going to try to get everybody in there, or are there just certain guys who are kind of borderline guys you really want to see a lot of, or how are you going to approach that?
Yeah, I think a lot will depend on Chicago's management and some guys that we might see here in the next couple of days, maybe. And it'd be great if we could get everybody into one game, even the trial players. So we'll see how that plays out.
A lot of these guys are familiar with each other from last year, despite all the mixing and matching. How important is that going to be for chemistry purposes going into the season?
Yeah, it's always important. Deep here sometimes it's a benefit to have guys that know each other. So again, we really haven't gotten to that point as far as formulating lines and deep pairs until we sort of see who's here and who's actually with our team at that point.
Are you in favor of the new overtime setup? It looks like they're trying to eliminate so many shootouts and have more overtime decisions, but how do you feel about these changes?
Yeah, we used it in London, and we had 2 games that went to overtime. And so we had the 4-on-4 and the 3-on-3 and the shootout. Both games were decided by shootout. So I like it. I thought there'd be a little more offense in 3-on-3 in London than we had. And as a coach, you just have to try and figure out, what your game plan is, whether it's 2 forwards and 1 defenseman, whether it's 2 defensemen and 1 forward, or it's a combination of both. And I went with 2 forwards and 1 defenseman for the most part up there, and we didn't create as much as I thought we did. So the only drawback for me is they scrape the whole ice surface before overtime, and it seems like it takes a long time, and there's a big delay before overtime starts.
Training camp day 2 for you, a little more speed, a little more physical. How do you think the guys did out there?
Yeah, I thought it was good. The ice seemed to get a little better today as it will every day, get better and better and harder. We did some more up and down 2-on-2s and 4-on-2 drills that I thought the guys competed. And, it's a tough time of year. Guys are going for an hour and 15 minutes on the ice, and then we have off-ice workouts every day. So it's a long day for them, but hopefully all the hard work pays off.